Oh my God, everybody. It is another episode of Unsealed and Revealed. Welcome. Yes. It's a very special. I hope everyone's spooktacular is going fantastically. How you doing, Autumn?
I'm doing great.
Autumn sure is. Autumn here on the ones and twos to deal with all of your questions, comments, and concerns about the toy that we're going to be going over here. Not about anything else. Today, we are going to have the Hot Toys 6-scale Bucky Barnes. And before we get too much into that, I'm going to throw it over to my man, Guy Klender. Guy, how you living?
I'm loving it. I am happy about Spooktacular, and I'm excited to show you this figure. It's very unique.
Yeah? Tell me more about it. This is from Infinity War, is that correct?
Yes, this is Bucky in Infinity War. And his character was always unique. I liked him, from the first Captain America movie all the way through the rest of them. So let's get into the packaging. It has the slipcase over.
It's very handsome.
Yeah, well, he's a good-looking dude. Yeah, this is and the figure's great too.
Is that why you just put it down so fast? You didn't want to spend too much time showing how handsome he is?
Exactly. Sometimes he can be distracting. It's a smoldering gaze.
Yeah.
On there, and that's difficult to see. But we're gonna slide him out of the package and get right down.
What's that feel like for you, Guy, when you take a toy out of the package like that, when you slide it out of the cardboard? Is it like a really exciting feeling for you?
It is.
Or are you not over it by now?
No. That this one doesn't have it when we did that the clamshell when they slide up and they make this sound, or there's the smell. There's a new toy smell. And I love it. And I absolutely love it. And this toy has it. He's got a lot of unique things about him. But so we're going to jump right on in. This is an all-new Sculpt as far as the portrait and a newer body. Yes, he does have instructions. Yes, I like reading them.
Guy loves the instructions, by the
always.
way. In case you were wondering, there is only one thing Guy likes more than a 6-scale toy, and that is the instructions to a 6-scale
toy.
4 6-scale toys. We'll talk about a unique thing that Sideshow has with some of their others. Okay, so in the package, you're going to have his the gun. You have 4 additional hands that are we'll say, fleshed hand. 4 additional hands for the Wakandan vibranium arm. His knife, and then a very, very unique piece that we will talk about at the very end. But let's just get to the sculpt and the figure.
Real quick, before we do that, Guy, you're getting
a lot of compliments.
Significant amount of traction on that track jacket you're wearing right now.
Why, thank you.
What is that?
This would be one of my Star Wars.
Yes, where did you get such a thing?
Sadly, this company no longer exists, but this was one of those Think Geeks.
Nice.
He's like, I beat up George Lucas and I stole it.
And I stole it. No. But thank you. I'm glad you dig it.
Well, it's not me. I can't stand it. I'm telling you. No, everybody in the chat, they're just going nuts over it.
Well, I'm glad that they're digging on it. I like it. I don't have my Winter Soldier one. I could not find it. I must have it packed away where it has the silver arm. And I looked all.
I would love if you were wearing it underneath that.
and under that,
then you just like, never mind.
Is yet another hoodie. All right, so let's take a look at our sculpt. First,
Tina says that she loves that head sculpt so much that she beheaded it and have it displayed where she can see it fast. Is that spooktacular enough for you? Yes.
That is
dark.
spooktacular.
I like it.
I wouldn't call that spooktacular as much as just disturbing. I think just that's something different. It's
Would you
like
say
love
it's
it.
spectacularly disturbing?
I love it, Tina.
Touche. As you can tell, we are going through a medium level of frazzled because of spectacular. Sleep definitely for the week right now. But we are absolutely obsessed with this piece coming in, and just to see Guy's face light up when he saw that we were doing this.
I was for a number of reasons. I love the character, but some things that are being done with this are very different. So we're gonna let the close-up go onto the
Look at that smoldering gaze.
Yep.
So much
Even your
smolder.
toy smolders. So I am going to spin him completely around to see the back of the head sculpt and the hair. They've gone with a sculpted hair versus a rooted. That's always with a longer haired figure a question. I think this was definitely the right choice. It's very, very detailed. The individual strands that you're seeing, particularly how it's laying down in the back there as well. Because of that, it does have a particular instruction, and that is to tilt the head sculpt upward before turning to a desired position. Otherwise, it may cause paint fading. Because it is the longer hair and the sculpt, make sure if you've got the head in a downward position like so, before you would turn it, and there turn it.
Gotcha.
And there turn it. Yeah, I know. You all think it's funny I read the instructions, but it's with something like that, it's important. Well, since we've got him on that side, let's do a close up
Let's see
on
that
our
arm.
vibranium arm.
Look at it. That's nice.
It is
That
it is great.
Nice arm.
It is spectacular. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, when he presents that in that case to him, was pretty darn neat. in its
Sean
own.
has a question. I don't know if you know. Is that hand sculpted or digitally sculpted? Do you know?
The
sculpt?
The head sculpt? No, I don't know. Really with all of those, it's usually a combination. You know, I wouldn't doubt if they had all of the actors come in for 3D sculpting.
Yeah.
And then digital touch-ups.
But you know,
afterwards,
digital
yeah.
touch-ups, hand touch-ups.
A lot of the sculpting now is done.
Yeah, is done in multiple ways.
Also, there's another question. Is the arm die-cast?
No, it is not. I was asked about that, and it was something that I wondered about. Like, I wonder if they would. No. However, it is a different material than the rest of the figure and the rest of the body. I don't want to say brittle, but it is a little more delicate. So when you're moving the arm, go a little slower with it. Be careful.
It's ironic.
Yeah. It because of that, Hot Toys is always great about giving you the additional pegs. One is going to be the flesh colored, and the other is the vibranium colored. If perchance you did have an accident with it, but no, it is not die cast. It would have been neat, but as we discussed it here when I was talking about it, it might possibly have been a weight issue. That maybe that would have changed some.
Yeah, it would have been leaning on one side.
Well,
maybe.
perhaps. I don't know with it being that small amount, but it is something to know.
But also the other thing about that is die-cast is such a like a desirable piece to get as a full piece.
Yeah.
That to just die-cast, just
One
have one small
piece.
piece die-cast,
Yeah.
that seems like almost like you're wasting the uniqueness of die-cast by putting it on one hot toy the rest of it isn't die-cast.
Exactly. Since we've got him on the turntable, I want to be able to show off the outfit.
It's cute.
And then the tailoring end. Well, just how tight the stitching is. I tell you, every time I come in here, it's awesome to have a great cameraman like this, but that he can come in on that knowing that I'm going to say, look at that stitching. But it is.
Oh, yeah. One of the audience members says they have it, and they were surprised at how soft that jacket is.
Yes.
The fabric.
Ooh, you know how hard it is for me not to jump over there and start touching that fabric to see how soft it is?
No touching.
No touching.
Yeah. This is mine. Okay, so again, you're getting the little clasps, all of it, then onto the back.
Yeah, it is a very detailed outfit, especially because when you think of the character, you don't necessarily think, what a detailed outfit that is.
Right,
But
exactly.
when you see this piece, it really does sort of, when it's shrunk into 6 scale, it's super impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a neat design that it almost kind of has that bandage look, with the design of his jacket. That, this was an injured guy. They talk about him being really injured. And so I like that they've done that. I also like that they've kind of kept, when we go down further into the pants on this, that we've still kind of kept a little bit of that early military look where he still has the spats over the shoes.
And then we have, it's like the cargo pantsy kind of vibe to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. tactical
Exactly.
tactical pants.
Yes. And on the right leg, you have the sheath for his knife.
Look at that little knife.
It's
so
neat.
cute.
In the instructions, it tells you, be careful, the tip is sharp.
You're careful, that's almost a real knife.
Careful, it's almost real knife. But easily slides
Yeah.
right in there. Okay.
The question
Like
is,
so?
how is the articulation on that metallic arm?
Okay, that's thank you for getting to it. So we're going to jump right in and talk about that. The articulation on this is a little different. It can 360 completely up and around. That's kind of a new type. And again, it has that shoulder that allows you to move it a little bit further around. However, it does not have a bicep cut, okay? So we're only going to have this 90-degree bend in it. We can change out the fists, and we have the, according to them, 85-degree up, okay? So we're not able to spin the arm in and outward. I'm not having a lot of problems with it being really brittle, but I do want you to be aware that it is, as I said, a slightly different material. But so that's the, you can do that. You can get the 90, but not a bicep cut. I think that has to do with the design and the lines on it.
Yeah, but
That probably is
doesn't-
why they chose to not.
yeah, translating on a horizontal line like the way it would go. it
Yeah,
doesn't seem like
then
it
you'd
would-
go, oh, well, that doesn't look right.
But God, it looks so good though.
But yeah,
arm
I'm
itself
just
just
glad
looks
that it
so
has
great.
that really. I mean, when it's revealed in the film and they open up the case and it's time for the white wolf to awaken, just the look of it, and so then to see it like this is great.
There is a question about that. It's a philosophical question.
Okay.
When Bucky disappears in the snap, why does the arm disintegrate? It's vibranium and nearly indestructible.
I don't think vibranium can beat.
Existence.
Yeah, gem.
Existence.
Yeah.
We're talking about existence.
But I mean, it should. I mean, I think it would put up a good, solid fight. But I don't think it, because it's not battling the gems. It's not like
Correct.
it's just existence.
Yeah. And I'm glad you bring up that arm because that's something really different that's part of this character. But I now want to get into his weapon. So I'm going to move him off to the side and pull out the different machine gun parts. So we have the gun itself.
Okay.
Isn't that nice? The
That
clip that'll go with it,
There's a lot of details to that.
Yeah, that's intense.
as well as the little scope. Oh, we've yet to talk about the detail on this. Not only is it just really nicely, oops, sorry. Well, you know what? To stop it from toppling over, I am going to pull down and open it. There. So that's one thing that moves on it.
Oh, so you can have sniper mode, essentially.
Yeah,
or-
but check this out. This will lift up, which is kind of neat. You can attach your scope. Okay, there are two little pegs for that there that we can attach. I'm going to leave it off for the moment. But you have that there. On this side, okay, right here is a little door. You lift that up, and the clip slides
Oh,
Okay,
in.
that's intense.
Okay, here's the thing that I thought was neat. Pull back and turn.
wow.
And now you have
So
a
now
shoulder
you got a
stock.
stock. Last one, you can even open up the top part and inside see the spring.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's just.
I mean,
That's aggressive.
even if you didn't have his character holding it and you just had it sitting next to him, I mean, it's detailed.
Wow.
It is crazy detailed.
Question is that plastic or metal?
No, this is all plastic.
Okay.
All plastic. But it does not feel,
Like a real gun.
it doesn't feel too delicate, but still, because these are tiny, super intricate pieces, I'd still be a little more cautious with them. So it's really, really a neat thing.
Yeah, the detail on that. Like, whenever I see pieces that have these very detailed accessories that come in, I always like to think of like how there was just somebody in the sculpting department. It was like that's what they did for like a month.
Yeah, there's somebody
just
that's
worked
what
on making this thing work so perfectly.
they're doing
and that's
is
it's
little
fascinating.
That's the majority of the comments going on right now is just how detailed that
yeah,
is.
that's crazy detail,
Yeah.
but that's again what we've come to expect. We've come to expect that level, and so that's where they're going with it.
Benjamin saying that's an almost excessive amount of detail,
Mm-hmm.
like enough for a figure model sold by itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the hot toy guarantee.
Now, what's neat with the different hands that are supplied, there are ones that are to be used for the gun and ones to be used for the knife. I've pulled out 2 of them. And the reason I did this is you're not forced to, I want him to hold the gun, but it can't be in his vibranium arm. Nope. You can do it in either one.
Oh, great.
They've given you a knife hand in either one, and they've given you a flesh in another. So we'll quickly do those there. There's just a lot going on with this. I love the character, and then to have all of the little detail he has. But if you've ordered it, or if you haven't yet, and you've looked at the pictures, there is one accessory that it shows a blurred out photo. Now, some of you may have looked around online and found out what it is, but it is the disintegration arm, and somebody just brought that up. So,
I'm sorry, a quick question. Somebody who joined us a little late.
Yes, hello.
Could you go back to the head turning really quick? Let them know
yes,
about that.
if you're going to do it, we have great range with the head, but if you're going to have it in a downward position and then you want to turn the head back and forth, it's telling you to pull it upward first. Okay. What I'll say is, I'm going to spin it around again here. Because you've got such detailed hair here, and they're done in more of a strand, it actually is a little sharp. So they're telling you to just be careful of the fabric, as not to scratch it up. So kind of keep it above, put it to where you want it.
It's in those directions, so
It is in the directions.
make sure you read those directions.
Well, again, these, wouldn't you feel silly if you tore it and then you looked and saw that was there?
There was one more question about articulation. Does he have a chest joint, or does the jacket restrain that articulation?
No, he does. He does have the chest joint. So he's not restricted. I mean, this is still a lot of great mobility. No, it's not a removable jacket. Okay, but yes, we've got our chest mobility is there. But now's the time to take a look at something that really is what. I mean, not only is that gun neat, but this is something very, very different, and that is the dust arm. If we get a tight up of that.
That's crazy.
So you could have
This
James
is just,
Buchanan Barnes
it's,
immediate snap.
I mean,
Lip.
that's really a crazy thing to say, you can pose your figure now in
You can make him die.
mid-death.
Watch him die.
He can be caught in a forever state of death.
Watch the light leave.
Just the life leaving his eyes.
So,
dark.
it's smoldering loss. Okay, you sickos over there.
You're putting it on, dude. Don't get mad at us.
Well, because, gosh darn it, that's neat.
What's so neat about it, Kai?
I just think because it's,
No, it's really cool and an
that was
excellent
such
choice.
a big scene for all of us, when we saw it in the film, but to kind of have it in
That's a pretty
three-dimensional
cool effect
form
that they put together too.
is really, really pretty gosh darn neat. I'll pose him up here. I'll switch out.
They are impressed with how you take the arms off and on so easily because they're always they said they're always afraid to take them off.
I'll tell you, as having as many as I do, yes, I'm always pretty cautious, but they're really good in their R&D and stuff like that. That that you don't really have to worry too much. You don't have to be quite as gingerly
It looks
about
like
it.
he's going to war while he's just. He's
"I'm
like,
gonna
I'm
take
ready.
some
Oh my
out."
God.
Okay, Smarty. Okay, Smarty. This is what he looks like as we start to see him disintegrate.
That's amazing.
That is,
He calls to Steve, aka Captain America,
Oh.
and this is what we see. And he is the first character that
Destiny.
has the
Now we
dust.
can relive the trauma of losing Bucky
Exactly.
every time
You
we
too
look
can
at it.
relive the trauma.
And Sean says, now the look is a literal smolder as he turns to dust.
Exactly. We're gonna spin it around so you can see kind of how that, how the arm looks, because it is a real different effect to have, kind of the half vibranium arm, half dust.
yeah, it's much better than just burning your action figures.
Yes.
You don't want to do that if you want to recreate that
no,
scene. Now we can
Probably
do
not
that
your
for
Hot
you.
Toys,
No.
Yeah. They've
Literal Hot Toys.
They've
Amazing.
wow. They've taken care of it.
There is a
for-
question.
Yes.
Can we see him next to Steve Rogers? Oh, if only we had Steve
Oh
Rogers
man,
nearby.
you're darn tootin' you, Ken.
Oh, look at that. It's our friend Steve.
It's our friend Steve
Hey, Steve.
who
What you doing not dusting away?
looks over his shoulder at Bucky in this scene. So
Now remember,
We
we
got a
can't
little
put
perspective.
words into their mouths. That's against some very
yeah,
weird
we're not going to
rule
reenact the scenes,
that I have.
but you can.
You can do that at home, not on camera officially through Sideshow, but we.
I'm afraid we may need to pause as some of our technical staff is in tears.
Yeah.
I'm
So.
not actually in tears, but like keep doing it and I will be.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's why I'm not going to do the dialogue or play the soundtrack.
Yeah.
But yes,
Oh.
and the Steve is an amazing character. Yes, I know, Jeff, you often ask me how will I display mine. Because this accessory, this dust stain arm, yes, it's traumatic, but it's so unique to have that. So this is how I'll do. I'm going to tweak him a little bit, but with the Steve.
Okay, so
with
have
this.
Steve kind of looking at him in a.
I
There's
do-
a lot
yeah.
of feelings going on
Yeah.
in the chats right now.
So
There's
if
a lot
I
of
am
feelings.
upsetting anyone, I do apologize.
Yes.
Not me. I'm glad it's happening.
Oh gosh.
Well,
Oh,
some people
Jasmine
are
said,
the
"Keep doing it,
lack
and I
of
will
sleep
be."
for others is definitely coming apparent there. So
Oh, everybody at Sideshow is totally unhinged during Spooktacular,
Yes.
and poor guy coming in here being like, "Here's Bucky dying."
Jasmine
yes,
says,
I-
I'm suing the show for emotional damage right now.
I'm sorry.
Jasmine,
I'm
I
sorry.
know.
There was somebody in the in the chat saying, "Please stop talking about this character, so I won't feel the need to order him." Gosh darn it! And
I
you're
mean,
going
there-
to order him.
There are questions about tread. We could get that. We can get out of this
Oh!
moment from there.
Did you people think I was going to not show you tread? Watch.
It's time for tread watch. It's time for tread watch. You get these treads. Watch them.
That is
Whoa,
tread.
that's incredible tread.
Yep.
It is really great tread.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could get some real light sand. You could use that to make the little tracks, and then you got your Steve over there. And yes, I do things like that in my display cases, like the
Guys,
snow
stop
scenes and
talking
stuff.
about all the sad things in all the movies now. They're talking about Artax, a never-ending story. They're talking about lots of sad things. Stop
Okay,
it.
I'm sorry that I've done that. Would
Destiny
you
likes the
would
Tread
you
song.
feel better if I put back the
Thank you,
vibranium
Destiny.
arm? I
Welcome
will-
to Unsealed, Revealed, and Bummed Out.
so
A new show on Sideshow.
Now remember, he has that, but if you were lucky enough to get the rocket figure, you could pose them two together, and then that's like just cool mid-fight, and you don't have to relive the negativity that apparently I've brought upon you all.
How does that feel, guy? How does it feel being that guy?
It's a little cool.
Robert?
Isn't it great?
It's kind of neat.
I love
It's kinda
doing
neat
that.
to have.
Okay,
I haven't
Robert.
had a lot of power in my life, and that's a neat one.
Hey, guy.
Yes.
Robert in chat would like to know if you could show the two treads side by side because he's just curious about the Cap's tread versus Bucky's tread.
Oh, you mean did they go to the same shoe store?
Yes.
well,
I want to
okay
know how
then.
the details.
Do they have a similar cobbler?
Similar cover. Okay. Man, I love this audience. Can we see the shoes next to one another?
We're very.
We're a very specific group of people.
But you know
here.
what? I love it. I absolutely love it. These are people like me, which is somewhat scary, I guess. All right. There's the two together. Steve's shoes are on top of Bucky's. I shouldn't have said that. But
Maybe just
Side by side, maybe?
side by
There you
side,
go.
a mirrored.
So Steve's got the classic
Steve's
boot
got
tread.
larger shoes.
He's got a classic boot tread, and it looks like Bucky has more of an athletic boot tread on there.
Yeah, actually, as I'm looking at Bucky's, boy, okay,
They
this
have
is
like
asking a lot.
They have
of,
like a running shoe kind
There
of
are
vibe.
yeah,
so
this is
many
asking a lot of the
tread puns going on in the chats
cameramen.
right now.
Can you get crazy close on the side of the shoe? It kind of has that the Doc Martin
The thicker
type.
sole, yeah.
Yeah, see the little lines on the gum sole?
They put the lines on there. Come on, Hot
Lines on the
Toys,
gum
that
sole?
is
I know.
intense.
I know. Stop with that, you crazy people. The Bucky is a great character. I know a lot of people are bummed that they missed out on Winter Soldier, so here's your opportunity.
There's a question. Do you know if Bucky would be able to hold Rocket with that arm, the vibranium arm?
I've not.
Does he like have hands that are? Does it? Come
Let's
with
see
a-
here.
If
Of
it
the
was a
hands
real
we
rock.
have, I'm gonna try and put them in front, and I might lean them up on things. So we have that wide, but that's not really a gripping. We could probably use that one there, or you might be able to use the one that is used for the gun, the trigger arm there, and kind of loop it a little. So you have two semi-loose grip ones. I'm going to say you go for it. I mean, there's a reason that they have it at, with 85 degrees of articulation. If you're lucky enough that, I think Rocket is completely sold out, but if you
have one.
if you have one, like I said, you can display them together, and yeah, just play with it. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. It's not like if the question is, will the joint be tight enough? Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Because I mean, I have the first Rocket and Groot on display at home. I don't have the new one on display, and he's very, very light. So because of how small he is, so you're having a figure that's about yay. So I'm pretty sure that it'll work. I'd love to see it, in the
would be
feed.
cool.
If
If
you
somebody
people
has
that-
both and they
yeah,
wanna
if you
post a
have them
picture,
both, if you've pre-ordered and
post a picture in the Facebook group. We could see it there.
yeah, that would be neat.
Yeah. And there's another question.
Mm-hmm.
That he would like to see the rest of the boot. Can you pull the elastic off
The
the
stirrup,
heel
yeah.
and pull the spats up or the bottom?
Hang on a second. I know that I have not done that yet in preparation. And
Wow,
but
guy.
I know. Well,
guess
and the
he's
reason
not
I
right.
say that is
Wow.
I'm not sure if it's something that can be done with it.
I guess we got to put expert in quotes.
Please do put it in quotes, because it does tell me that
Check the instructions about this.
well, there's okay. The outfit is not detachable, but that's showing some other stuff. So let's see if we can get a better look. So what you want to
There's a
know
rocket
is whether or not
behind
we
you.
get the whole. Okay, we're gonna
Is that
try this.
true?
Anybody else nervous? Or is it just me? Okay, probably just me. All right, so we got a large elastic, and we're gonna kind of roll it up.
Good eye, Marco. Look what Marco pointed out was right behind Jeff.
Well,
I'll hang on to this.
Let's
so you
see.
can do that first.
all right.
That thing seems heavier than I was expecting to
Yeah.
be, than I was told that it was.
So, well, we'll see. I have not posed these two together. So there's your entire boot. It's a mid-calf boot. Does have that articulation on the ankle. Well, that would be a broken ankle, but nonetheless, it does have the
War is hell.
exactly.
Ooh, I twisted my ankle.
But yeah. So that's that. Is that okay? Can we put it back, or does anybody still need to see it again?
I think you're good.
Okay. Boy, do we really
We
want
got ourselves a little rocket that just happened to be.
yeah.
to? Okay.
There you go.
Well, let's see the rocket.
Okay.
Here's Rocket. If you guys have Rocket. Look how Okay, this is where you know
Have
that
rocket with a travel.
their design is spectacular. There's no stand. He's just on his own. I'm gonna look at the two hands that I said. I'm gonna look at all of the possibles, and just to see where I might have a grip point.
Yeah, this seems like it would be a tough.
This is something that you're going to have to work with. This is not. I don't think we're going to be able to do it quickly on the fly. But what we wanted to see is,
as always, we at Sideshow Collectibles do not suggest customizing.
There's
your
nothing
toys
that says
in any way.
Yeah, there's nothing that says it. You know, he can't be patting him on the back. There's that. But that'll fit over. If you close up on that one, the hand does fit on that part. So that works. What I want to kind of see is if there's. Okay. All right. Jeez, you people. I love the crowd here.
Gabriel says,
That's
I can
not what
hear.
you said before we started filming.
Gabriel says, I can hear Rocket screaming, come on, get some.
All right.
Yep.
Well, let's see if we can get some.
See.
Yeah.
All right. So I found one of the hands that the thumb goes behind the back plate on Rocket. Oh my.
Do you need extra hands or something?
No. I'm trying to not have to remove the little hand, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna clip it on there.
You are getting thank yous for
Yeah, people-
indulging their whim to see this.
Well,
so they do appreciate it.
I'm glad you like it. We're trying for you here.
Yeah, for those of you that are new to the show, check back every week when we indulge all of your very silly and ridiculous requests.
That's what we're all about here.
That's what we're all about. Sorry, because we don't have anybody up at the moment here, but there's our Bucky. See if we can put the thumb under.
Does this help? Do wanna
Oh,
do
you
this?
know what?
Because it's a. it's a
Yeah,
dynamic
you know what?
stand.
Rocket comes with a dynamic stand, so I didn't think about that.
We do
Super
love.
producer Sam did.
Yes.
LG says you love the silliness as much as we do. That's true. We
Okay.
do.
Oh,
Love
I
Yes.
do.
Not me.
The dynamic stand for Rocket I would use for this. I'm gonna take Soldier's stand away.
this? No.
No, the thing is I don't really have the height on
Gotcha.
it.
So we could carry him like a little toy.
However, we've talked about the dynamic stands before that have come with some of your other figures. If you're not necessarily using one of them, I would probably have it there. When we talked about, hey, do you leave it there for a long period of time? I wouldn't have Rocket hanging on him for too long. If I were to do that pose. But,
John says thanks for going the extra mile, guy. He appreciates it.
oh, you're welcome, John. You're asking me to play with toys,
JB says
and
lots
that
of
is
thank
kind of awesome.
Yes.
Would you continue to play with toys? Yes, most gladly.
Please play with the toy
Please
differently
play with
than you were
toys.
doing before.
Please play with toys,
Play it the way we want you to play with it.
which is a lot of fun. But as I said, I'm definitely doing mine with Captain. Is Captain still available?
Yes, Captain is still available. I dropped the link to that. He
Okay.
actually has a free shipping right now for Spooktacular.
Nice.
Look at that.
Yeah, I will drop
was-
that link again.
Drop that link at that free shipping.
Yes.
And that's I think that's they call it the movie promo one.
Yes, the movie promo edition.
Okay, so good because we can. Whoops, had him on the wrong stance. That one there comes with the additional weapon and has the other creature again.
Also, I think the Hulkbuster is just announced a sale as well.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Spooktacular, so you get $40 off.
Yes.
I
The
love
Hot
doing the
Toys
show, but
Hulkbuster.
you realize it means I'm not watching
Yes,
Spooktacular
you're
at
not
the moment. and It's
catching
becoming
Spooktacular
quite
stuff.
agitating. So you people are saying, "Oh no, you're showing his death," and I'm going, "Oh no, I don't get to find codes."
Yes, I
so-
just confirmed this does have free U.S. shipping right now. The cap.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
The cap is really neat. I mean, I've liked watching the evolution of the suit that Cap has, and we'll quickly talk. And I know we were talking more about Bucky, but I really think that I like to talk about the companion pieces. Sometimes things look great just on their own in a case or something like that, but these two look really great together. Again, knocking it out of the park with the lifelike quality of the face sculpt and just how tight that hair is. It's an amazing portrait. But then the detail of the outfit itself, if we can zoom in to the chest,
I like how Steve hijacked Bucky's show.
yeah,
So
well,
Steve.
no,
That's so
no,
Steve.
it's
Come on, Steve.
Steve.
Not always about you, Steve.
It's not always about Steve.
Literal sidekick on his own show.
But he's got the worn aspect up in it.
It's pronounced war. It's pronounced war, guy.
Okay, you're right. You're right. That's that Midwestern accent.
They're in a
coming out.
war. It's Infinity War.
Coming out. The shields. Get that man a shield. I mean, we all lost our minds when, he said that in the trailer.
I know I did.
Yes. Okay, there's the closed version of that. I know, this has now become a 2-figure show.
3 now.
3. Yeah, I didn't know we were going to pull Rocket there.
If this thing comes with some kind of exclusive base, I'm going to blow my mind.
This one does. The captain does. But there it is, completely opened on the thing. I did not bring everything with that comes with this figure, but he does have the exclusive has some of the other weaponry to it. But this was one of my favorite figures, and now to have the two next to one another is a really neat one. But yes, I know you said we hijacked it, so. Okay, there's our Steve. I didn't mean to hijack.
Guy, I love doing this show with you because you're just so excited about these things.
And there's
and there is a tangent
Yes.
aspect to this show that I actually really
love.
like. We were coming here to do this Bucky, and so far we've gotten him holding up a rocket. We've got a close-up on Steve's chest.
Yes.
It's all been we've had tread watch, simultaneous
Yes.
next to each other tread watch. It's just so much fun, and I do love the joy that you bring to this.
Can we take a look at some of the articulation of this Bucky, like in the legs?
Yes, yeah. Let's take a look at some of that.
There was a real quick question. Is the beard on Cap individual hairs, or is the sculpt? Like, is it rooted, or is it...
No. It is sculpted.
Nice.
What's neat about this? Okay, we're going to go back to Bucky and talking articulation. I know Steve's going to steal it again. Time for his close-up. Another thing that's really neat on this is that the skin tone, the face, and the arms. This is kind of mid-battle, and it has a bit of a dirt quality to it. If you look, let's see if I pull the arm back, and you can see kind of in the forearm. Here, that he kind of has that bit of dirt on. And you'll see it when you get it at home in hand, but that's just a really cool aspect to have. So, yes, you can start getting all of your Infinity Wars. But okay, Steve, you go stand over
look
there.
what I found. Look what I found.
That's Teen Groot. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. We'll have Teen. Okay, is Teen Groot available?
Nope. He sure isn't.
Okay, well, so this is the time on the show where we say ha-ha to you. But
Here, I have something for you.
oh, there we go. Well, Black Widow looks great next to Steve, which will look great next to Bucky. You can have the Rocket and the Groot. And we'll talk to articulation at some point in the show, but apparently not now, as my co-hosts have gone off the rails.
I got you something.
There you go.
Okay. Now you know what? This is a good one. Okay, how are we doing there? Wow, my Midwest must be going nuts. Oh, okay. We're gonna try something. If Thor is Thor still available? You guys are better at that because I'm.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's available for pre-order.
He's available for pre-order?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, because he's the other one in the scene. It's Thanos does his snap, and he's on a different planet. Okay, well, that's just to show a really cool figure. And okay, take two.
He looks mad.
Bucky's like, this was supposed to be my show.
Come on. Okay, we
what I'm
wanted
saying.
brooding, and this is now we know why he's brooding. But the Thor figure is also in the scene with Cap. So get the Thor, get the Cap, and get the Bucky, and you have that what just happened scene. So okay, lots of toys. This is my awesome day. Lots of toys. Okay, but since we have that here, this is one of those dynamic stands. So the tall dynamic stands. So if you have that, put your rocket in there. Then Bucky goes there. Then you could do your scene.
I think Groot comes with a tall one.
Yes.
Yeah, he has a tall one on him. Right?
So, but there you go. Okay. We're going to get back to Bucky and the articulation. And we're going to do it all on the turntable because the rest of the table is full of toys. This is awesome. All right. So on the non-vibranium arm, we do have the bicep cut. Okay. So that one does allow us to do the bicep cut and the turn outward, like so. All right. Deep on the hip bends. If we wanted to, Bucky's just gonna sit down and chill. If we only had a little coffee cup, that would be really cool. Like the one on the shelf up there.
Oh, I'm not going to get that. I've already gotten up twice.
We're in the middle of a show. Jeff can't get up.
It's in my contract. I only have to get up twice.
That does give us a second chance at Tread Watch.
Double
tread.
Now we're going off the rails, guy.
Yes, you're right. We did.
No.
This is why you don't come to my house and play.
This
Because
is
it's just silly.
I'm just looking at your table and it's ridiculous. And
It's
I love
ridiculous.
it.
Jordan wants to know can you put the knife that's on his hip in his hands? Like, can he
Oh
hold
yes,
it?
there is a special hand for it. Yeah, Jeff, there's a special hand for it in both vibranium as well as skin. And let me pull those ones out. There's that one. Okay, I've already got the one on them. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to show the hands, but yeah, that's the vibranium version of it, the flesh version of it. Wow, okay. I'm very sorry to my camera crew today that you are having to spin this thing around to look at about 22 different toys on the table at once. But there is the skin version one. Let's take that out and put the blade in. It does have a big loop up at the front of the blade, and I thought maybe that went over the barrel of the gun, but it doesn't really look that that's the way it would be, but okay, let's change that out. So if you need to change them out, there's your blade hand. All right. So, and I like my arm. We've got everybody here. We're going to show everybody. So, so the articulation is great on him. There, we're back to where we were at the end moment. Yeah, so get yourself, pre-order a Thor. Captain's available now, and Bucky is shipping now. So you could have them all. You could, there you go. Your shelf is full. You've got all three.
Look at that.
There we go. These are all, I mean, it was such a big movie. It was such a big thing. And to see it done now. You know, on the back of the arm, there's not only just the flying dust, but then there's the starting to turn to dust. They kind of
The flaking,
stippled
the
it
digital,
on the very
yeah.
on the very back. That's pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool to have. So, but Bucky Barnes, your opportunity to have him. There he is. He's a great figure. That arm really is something quite unique to see them choose to do something like that.
Yeah, it's quite good.
On a toy.
Now, yeah, so some people are saying that it shipped a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Some of you
They
may
had a
already
batch
have
a
it.
few weeks ago, and they have a new batch in right now that they are currently shipping.
Okay.
Ooh, like Gremlins 2.
Yep, that's how
So-
that works.
Yes.
Does he have enough articulation to hug Steve after years of not seeing each other?
I mean,
Okay.
I would hope so.
I love it.
Hugging seems like a overly articulate process, right?
Yeah, you can do that. Remember, as I said on the vibranium arm, that there's not the bicep cut, but why are we doing this? Okay, now it's
Okay, all right. Well,
yeah. So
What's happening? What's going
okay.
on?
Well, there's,
you can pose your
I
figure
turned my head
however
for 2 seconds, and
however you'd like to pose your figure.
Okay, there's a
you
question.
can.
Louis wants to know, Iron Man looks really tall compared to the rest. Is that accurate or just the angle or the
Oh, the Iron
how
Man
he's
that
posed?
we pulled out.
Yeah,
Hang on, it could be
just the way he's posed.
could
on
be
the
depth
stand.
and could be the way he's posed. But if you like,
I like how it's confusing because it's like which of the 30 toys that are on this?
which of the 30-some toys? Okay, I'll put Tony in a standing position. And we've got Bucky in a standing position.
Who? Oh, the guy whose show.
The
it is.
guy whose show got
It's a
stolen.
little bit taller because he's Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah. There they are next to one another. If your concern is, oh no, they don't look right next to each other, remember they're not in the same scene. So,
They're not even on the same planet.
right. So,
But
there
they
you
are
go.
on the same table.
There you go. Wow. The gloss on the Iron Man is nuts.
No, that's a gorgeous figure too.
I like the Iron Man figures. There's just something to see that kind of stuff in a toy where, they're crazy articulated little.
I'm chasing a Mark V.
Yeah.
my-
Yeah.
It's my little.
If a Mark V were to appear, I'd be pretty.
If
darn
I had a
happy.
6-scale Grail, it would be the Mark V. That's my favorite Iron Man design.
You guys, now there's make them hug. There's a lot of everybody's very much into the fact that we're playing with toys.
You know
right
what's
now
great
over there.
is if you want, you can order the Cap and the Bucky are both available, so you can order them yourself
And do the hug.
and make them hug. You could do that. That's how you could pose them in your Detolf. Is that what they
Yes.
put them in? Yeah.
Yes.
See, I know. I speak Swedish.
You speak IKEA. Meatballs.
Yeah.
Lingonberry drink.
Look at all these flying.
Yeah. Well, I remember I told you Thor is in this scene. So these
Will
are the
wants
three.
to know if Jeff and Guy can be posed in a hug.
Do I go over there or do you come over here?
Neither. Actually.
Okay,
Neither
that
is what
would be a
happens.
no. That would be a no, folks.
I
Apparently,
love our audience.
that's not
no
going to
hugs
happen.
until
It's,
after
yeah,
Halloween.
it's not
I
hugtacular,
love it.
okay?
But I like that we have really run the gamut of emotions here. We went from, oh, you're making us cry, to can
Yeah.
you two have them hug it out? Which is just nice to know that we can do that in such a brief period of time.
That Bucky figure really does loan itself to sort of the detail on there, because the detailing of his clothing is the closest I think we have to actual real world clothes.
Yeah.
The other people are wearing very tactical armor outfits, and he's wearing pants, like he's
Yeah.
wearing like military pants
He's got military type
and like
pants.
a jacket.
Yeah.
And it looks really great. The stitching is fantastic.
To be able to do stitching that small, I don't know what the machines are doing, but maybe one day I'll get to go to the Hot Toys factory. There is giggling.
The chats
so,
are killing me.
okay.
Buffy
I
has
love it.
Autumn. Excuse
Yeah,
me. You're
either
Autumn
one.
here.
I'm
and
Buffy
the-
or Autumn, either one.
Wait,
going
you're
through a
Buffy?
little bit of sleep dip,
Well, heck.
But you guys are killing me.
and
Spectacular.
just giggling like a fool.
Are we
at
doing
all
Hugtacular?
the
That's in
questions,
November.
comments, and concerns, which you can participate in on YouTube and on our Facebook Live. I'm assuming a lot of you are on the Let Your Geek Sideshow Facebook group, in which we sort of announce all these things
Yep.
that we're going through.
We go live in there twice a day where you can see me really fall apart.
It's just a process
really,
of.
really fall apart.
We're all disintegrating like the exclusive Bucky's arm.
Yep, it's just
here.
happening over an 8-day period.
It's just that. See what's happening to his arm?
Yeah,
That, but
that's happening to me.
for our psyches over Spooktacular.
Yep.
Well, this has gone certainly off the rails.
love it.
Very enjoyable.
Yeah.
This is the Hot Toys 6-scale Bucky Barnes from Infinity War. Available now. They're in a reshipping stock right now, so you can, if you order one now, you could theoretically get it very soon. Guy.
And free
Oh,
shipping on
there's a
Steve.
really, really quick question.
Yes.
About the hair again. How prone is Bucky's hair to getting scratched or damaged if you keep moving the head? I know they did talk about it.
that's
several
right.
Yeah,
times.
we've
Yeah,
talked about it a
right.
couple times. It is
Yeah.
in the instructions, and
Really quick. I think because it's important.
that's
We'll talk
okay.
about
It is.
one more time.
Let's. Could we do one more close up just on the back of the hair, just to see? You see just how intricate that it is. A softer material. Okay, so it does have some flexibility. However, this is not rooted hair, so it's still a sculpted thing. So if you're going to have it where it's going to be touching anything, move it so it's not first, and then drop it into the position you want. If I wanted him to be staring down at what's going on. Like so. Okay. They're just giving you that extra little thing. Speaking of instructions, if you do get the Steve and you go onto Sideshow's site, you can download the instructions. So you could pre-read those right now.
Ooh, a little preading.
You could, yes.
You can
could read the
download those instructions.
before. I like that.
Now, do you prefer to hold a real book of instructions?
Yes,
in
but
your-
it's nice. It's nice if you somehow lost it or you can't remember. Particularly with, I mean, when you're looking at all of these kind of figures that are able to do all of this stuff, but in tiny scale, particularly like little Iron Man characters or War Machine or any of the others where you get all of these little moving bits. So he's a great figure. The detail on the clothing is some of the tightest we've seen. He's a great companion piece to some of the others that we've shown, a lot of the others we've shown on here. And just to have an exclusive from a moment that, really got to all of us
Yeah.
and took so many movies to get to that you were emotionally connected to it.
Well, I would think so too, because The Winter Soldier is probably my favorite MCU film, and I've really enjoyed the character. I think Sebastian Stan himself is a very talented actor.
Yep.
And the way they did the character and his arc has been fantastic, and so
Yeah.
that was really brutal.
And we get to see him next in
Captain America and the
Falcon.
Bucky or Winter Soldier and the
Is
Falcon?
it Winter Soldier and
Falcon,
Falcon?
Winter Soldier?
Falcon and
I don't
Winter
know.
Soldier?
What's the name of the show?
But nonetheless, it has its own show coming out.
Yeah.
So we get to see more of the character, which I think is neat. So, well, it's been
Love it.
fun.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been wild to see what we were going to do.
This was not what we were going
So
to
I've
do.
now experienced what off the rails here is at Sideshow.
And the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter
Thank
Soldier.
You, Sideshow Mel, for giving us that information.
Thank you. Sorry.
So, so there we go.
Well, there we
That
go.
was-
That being said, I think I would like to say thank you to everybody watching at home, both on YouTube and on Facebook Live. It means so much that you watch this. Make sure you come back and keep watching Unsealed and Revealed. It is one of my favorite things
Yep.
to do. I love working with Autumn over here on the ones and twos, dealing with all of your questions, comments, and concerns. Remember, this is a fully interactive
Yes.
show, so when you watch, you don't know what's going to happen. It's all up to what you guys ask. So we appreciate that. Guy, as always, thank you so much for being such a great
Thank you.
sport, for showing us how to read the directions, how to do it right. That being said,
I loved all the love in the chats today too, you guys.
yeah, it was a very loving
Yes, it was a very
chat.
lovely chat,
so
especially
we,
in YouTube.
yeah. So everybody is fantastic.
Yep.
You're all great. Please come back, watch the next episode of Unsealed and Revealed, and all the episodes of Unsealed and Revealed. I've seen a lot of questions actually of people that are like, "Can I do this? Can I do that?"
Yeah.
And I'll give them the link. Someone had a Scarlet Spider question,
Yeah.
and I literally just linked that episode, and I was like, "Guy covers it in this episode." You can watch it."
This is fun. This is my first time kind of being really active in the chats for Spooktacular.
Oh, yes, I
and when
noticed.
people have been saying, "Okay, I pre-ordered this. I hope I made the right choice." It's neat if we've done it to go. This might answer some
Yeah,
questions.
this will.
So you don't have buyer's remorse.
So that's great. If you are watching this during Spooktacular, we hope you're having a blast and that you continue to do so. And if not, make sure you keep coming back. You are all fantastic. You are so great. If I could pose you all for a hug, I would. Thank you, Autumn. Thank you, Guy. Thank you to everybody here making this happen. Don't forget two things. One, sleep is for the weak. And two, let your geek side show. So thank you so much, and bye.
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 Hey, did you like that video? Be sure to subscribe by clicking the S icon on your screen and click that bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under Product Info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.